I can do Souls-like games. I'm moderately good at Bloodborne up until I get to the one boss, Rom the Vacuous Spider. And from what I've read, a lot of people have troubles with that particular boss.
I can tell you right now, pal, these hands have broken bonds.
Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. It's a little bit chillier today. I had to wear a long sleeve shirt like this when I went out walkies last night, and it was pleasantly chill last night. And this morning, well, yeah, you see I'm wearing this because it's colder. Yay. So, thumbs up on that. But it looks like it's going to be, if not a bright sunny day, at least a fair amount of light outside, and that is a good thing. Hopefully soon I'll be able to give many more spider reports, because there have been spiders in this place during the winter time. But during the summertime, of course, there are so many more, and with my window open 24/7, 365, so that the kitty cat can get in and out, I get a lot of insects and spiders that come in. So I'll hopefully have many more spider reports to come. Yay! And of course, front loading of videos. Thank you, YouTube algorithms. But hey, if you could toss me a like, I greatly appreciate that. If you could subscribe to the channel, that too would be very cool. If you could leave me a comment, I love comments. I read every one, thumbs up each one I do, answer as many as my executive dysfunction will allow. Very awesome. And of course, I do want to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These literally beautiful and literally awesome people are, in fact, literally beautiful and literally awesome. Without these people, I would have sunk beneath the waves of financial ruin long ago. I and my pets definitely appreciate each and every one of you. And if you'd like to help me out and become a patron, I do have links in the show more video description. Thumbs up. Front loading of YouTube algorithms over. Hopefully I had everything timed properly. That's always never a given. It's never really a given that I'm going to be able to have my hands up like that for the proper amount of time. Yesterday, of course, didn't get a whole lot done. I had some sleeping issues. I made some phone calls, and oh my God, it was crushing. It was difficult. It was hard just to make the calls in the first place, and I had to fight my way through menus. And once I got to a person, I had to live through 4 immediate transfers from person to person to person before I finally got to someone, and they couldn't help me. So it was hard to do, it was painful to process, and in the end, nothing got done. Not my fault, but still, So I'm going to talk with my therapist about that today, because I have therapy. Whole bunch of stuff I need to talk to my therapist about, so yay. But life is life. And then, of course, I had sleeping issues yesterday during the middle part of the day. It is so weird right now being unmedicated for my ADHD, because the first part of my day from 6 o'clock in the morning till about 2 o'clock takes about 6 or 7 hours. Not a full 8, but not really slow. And then from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock takes about 2 or 3 hours. But from 6 o'clock onward, it's blank, and it's done. I get ready to go walkies. I barely make it out on time at a normal point for that, and then I get back and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and then it's just blink, and it's midnight. From 6 o'clock on, my day is gone. From the afternoon part of the day, it goes by so quick. It's only the morning part that goes halfway slow, and even then, I'm still 1,000 ping pong balls in a wind tunnel, and every time one of them impacts with another, I'm on a different thought process. So we shall see what happens on the medications department. I still have to call my med manager. I've had executive dysfunction before when I was medicated. Now that I'm unmedicated again, it is so much worse, and ugh. Life is life, though. But past that, I did stuff. I actually been playing some games and trying to be as active that way as possible, because it's good for your brain, and I can stay focused on video games because of bright lights, loud sounds. So thumbs up on that. One of them that I did play is It's a new thing. It's on Game Pass, and it's only like $15 a month, so I live without $15 worth of food, so I can be entertained by electronic entertainment. I've required electronic entertainment since I was a young teenager when we got a Pong machine in my home. So I've required video gaming. And the game Tunic. It looks really cool. It's an action-adventure type thing. You're a little cute little three-dimensional fox running around on a surface, and a lot of people love it, but the people that don't like it because it is incredibly Souls-like. Incredibly Souls-like. It looks really cute, and you run around with just a stick for a very long time, and you have to fight things with your stick. You don't have a ton of actual options that you can use during battle, and you die easily. They are tough. They are hard. You go into this going, oh, look at this cute little fox. Oh, look at this cute stuff I'm doing. And then you get brutalized. It is cute, but too hard. I can do Souls-like games. I'm moderately good at Bloodborne up until I get to the one boss, Rom the Vacuous Spider. And from what I've read, a lot of people have troubles with that particular boss. I can do the Souls-like types, but this one is just, oh, it looks cute, it plays well, it's nice, but no, it's way too frustrating. Ugh. But past that, it's pretty cool. Now, the one thing that I really do want to talk about pretty heavily is I was actually pretty creative last night on a weird sort of level. Because, once again, I've said that I have spent my whole life trying to do characters, situations, and all that by pushing an idea and then trying to literally push it and guide it to where I wanted it to go. It has been a struggle. It has been an enjoyable struggle, but it has been a struggle. Only this year have I discovered that I'm more of the percolation type, where I just sit and let it bubble, and then don't push it, but just come up with, hey, here's an idea, give the creativity a shove, and then just follow it. So last night while I was walking, I was thinking about all of my cryptid stuff again, all the various cryptids, which is still all part of the whole inside-outside Razor's Edge setting. But these are individuals and things that live in our world, powered by cryptid energy that flows through certain gates and doors that are one way. Just this energy comes out and it builds up on our planet, and if you have those sort of genes that will express from it, they do. And there are creatures and beings. There are effectively 12 archetypes of cryptids, even though they're really loose categories. You know, there's like created beings cryptids. There's like the Bigfoot type cryptids. There's the mythological type cryptids, ghost type cryptids. There's roughly 12 types. And I was just thinking, well, you know, if there are cryptids that become the 13th type, and the 13th kind, well, 13th type, 13th kind, is you have a human intelligence, a human mind with no cryptid programming at all, dropped into that cryptid body, only to pay for that, you can no longer feed on the ambient cryptid energy and the fields generated by quantum nodding of intelligence. You have to actively feed, which means you need to eat human beings. And the number of human beings you need to eat varies. These are very tortured individuals because they are almost completely 100% still human, but they are required to do things that are horrific just to survive. They are tortured by this, and many, many, many of the 13th kind of cryptids don't last long before they take themselves out of the game. But I started thinking while I was on walkies, well, how would these people in this new world with the Razor's Edge, with people that are knowing things, and they've got now, there's more than just cell phones out here in the outside, but they have cell phones and, well, mobile phones. My innards are gurgling. They have mobile phones and internet on the inside with more information that's not out here. these individuals would maybe want to be able to talk to others. And so I was postulating, I am just gurgling loudly. If you can hear it, my apologies. I was postulating, gosh, these people might come up with some kind of forum, a bulletin board, something somewhere online, whether out here or through the ThruNet on the inside of the razor's edge, where they can communicate with others to know that they're not alone. And on this one thread I was positing, they would have an individual's just going, yeah, I'm 13th kind. I have to eat 2 people a year. And then a thread of who they are and what they have to do. And on one of them, it becomes a larger thread because there's a created being that ends up being a part of it. And the backstory that comes out, because somebody who's a part of this world that has been doing a lot of research and finding things and collecting information, finds out about this being's origins because they don't know. The being only knows that it is a created being. It is not human, but it's a 13th kind, and it still has to devour human beings to survive. And that doesn't know why. That doesn't make sense. And somebody has a book where in the 1800s, mid-1800s in the United States, there's one fellow, Robert Jenkins, who was a frustrated, tortured artist. I am just, every 3 seconds, I have a big, loud, gurgly, loud, rumbly sound coming out of my intestinal tract. My sincere apologies again if you can hear this, but I can, even if you can't. And it is loud to my ears. But frustrated, tortured artist. And they were kind of a recluse, but did art. And as it turns out, later in their life, they were also an adherent of Kadiron, one of the cosmic horrors. And at that point, there started to be a rash of disappearances. And when the cops finally traced it to this individual, they found that during the tussle, the guy was shot and killed. And their body was badly mutated, and they were kept murmuring about, my Lord Kadiron, I have done all this for you. And the blood of the victims had been drained out of them and run through a machine where it drenched the sculpture. And the sculpture was kind of like a centipede deer thing with human hands, and it's big, but it's hollow. And you can drop someone through the mouth, down the throat, and into the cage of the abdomen and chest. They don't know what to do with this weird sculpture. It sits there even as they take everything apart. They're not sure if they want to destroy it, but eventually, after 5 years of just letting it go, one morning it vanishes. And then there becomes this urban legend thing of the Jenkins, this thing that it will go and capture people and eat them. And in the 1950s, this being comes to awareness that they are a large, hollow type thing. They're alive, but they run around and they're hollow, as stated. They're like a wicker man thing, and typing on this forum they befriend someone who makes the keyboard that they can use, and they go on the ThruNet to find out, are there any others like me? And yeah, that's where they find out they are the thing known as the Jenkins. But yeah, they are a 13th type cryptid. They would not normally be, but the blood of all of the victims formed a composite person. And this composite person has the quantum knotting of intelligence of their own and the power of the cryptid energy to keep it alive. And because of its human mind formed by the composite of all of its victims, yeah, it's a 13th kind. It has to eat people 3 times a year. And oh my God, again, I've said these things are tortured by it. It has a human mind in a non-human body. And yeah, 3 times a year it has to run around, grab someone, swallow them down into the Wicker Man type hollow cage of their abdomen and chest, and over a 12-hour period, these vines that come out of the inside of it latch onto you and start draining you. And sure, you can break them off here, but then they're also digging in down below. So you dig down to scrape them off there, but now they're digging into your back and your neck. So you're pulling them off there, but one of them, it split into your carotid artery, and now you're gushing arterial blood. And so these beings, these poor people that get swallowed, it takes a couple hours, but the things drain them dry, and then exude a digestive fluid, and after about 12 hours, just the bones, the acid-etched, nutrient-drained bones fall out of the cage. They are tortured by this thing. Poor the thing, Malik is the name, finding out that, yeah, they are a 13th kind. And all of this just because I was thinking, well, good golly, what if they wanted to communicate? And now I've got a 13th type of cryptid that is a non-human type, a created being, but still has a human mind and is tortured by the horrific things it has to do to survive. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. It's never many anymore, but anything more than 0 is awesome. Thank you. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I count American Sign Language, well, with my depression, fibro, ADHD, so much more. And of course, not being medicated any longer. We have Confused L29, always good to see you in the comments, and Hokey SMOKES, food allergies suck. Jesse Koskinen, that was a good idea. I'm gonna have to remember that. Long Shot, thumbs up and thank you. We have Flora Mew, always good to see you in the comments. Always thought-provoking stuff, thank you. Ben B, greatly appreciated. And good to see you in the comments. There's Honor, good to see you in the comments again. Definitely a thumbs up. Tayak Offman, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And yeah, the more optimized, the more updates on Minecraft, the more unoptimized it's been, and the less my machine can record it. It's joyous. We have Jay, thumbs up and thank you. And there is nobody else. That is it. 8 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Thumbs up and thank you. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, if only in text and if only for a very short time. But thumbs up and thank you. Yay. And of course, with my hands in the air, don't know what device you're watching this on, but wherever you can find the video description, show more inside. There are links to all of my various channels, as well as my Twitter, my Facebook, my Patreon. And again, I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These literally beautiful and literally awesome people are literally beautiful and literally awesome. I appreciate very, very much each and every person that helps to keep me and my pets alive. Thank you so much. Even though my pets can't speak English, I know that they appreciate it very, very much. Thumbs up and thank you. Abivza? Oh, I love ADHD. I feel like my brain just got hit by a truck and I've forgotten everything I was just talking about. If you'd like to help me out without sending money, becoming a patron, I do have a PayPal link. If you'd like to help me out without sending money, there's an Amazon wishlist link. Don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And, thank you. And of course, if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, and if you could hit the notification bell, that would be very cool. Yay! I know most people don't watch all the way to the end, if even very far at all, but for those of you that do, thank you so very much. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I have phone calls I need to make. I have therapy at 9 o'clock today, so it's 8:01 a.m. as I speak these words, so yay! Hopefully you can get done the things you need to get done. That would be a good thing. And with the covfefe bug still raging, you know the precautions to take. Infections are not going down, so just be careful, be safe. You know the precautions, be smart. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and quite frankly, I still think that's a very good idea.